Hi everyone, welcome back to Healthy Cheer with Lo. I'm Lo, and today we're going to be talking about how to distinguish and discredit your ED voice. These two terms are so important when you're moving forward in your recovery, and they are pretty much the baseline. They are what the end goal is. Everything that you do in your recovery and every thought process that you have basically is all about distinguishing and discrediting. What I mean by distinguishing, first of all, is when you have a thought during the day, you need to decide, is that me thinking that or is that my ED voice telling me that? What I mean by that is that little voice in your head, the ones that are critical of your body, the ones that are harming your relationship with food, the thoughts that are intrusive about your behaviors, such as restricting your food intake or perhaps even binging or purging or any other symptom use. Those are your ED thoughts. So the first step in any recovery is being able to distinguish between what is my thinking process versus what is ED telling me to do right now. And as I've mentioned in a couple of my other videos, I chose to name my ED voice so that when I have these intrusive thoughts, I can say, oh, that was Melissa saying that. And that way she's distinguished. She is separate from me. And it makes it a lot easier to then discredit what she's saying. And what I mean by discredit is as soon as I've been able to identify that a specific thought was Melissa or whatever you choose to name your ED voice if you choose to do so, then you have to be able to argue back at her. If she says to you, if she or he says to you, oh gosh, I don't even know, some evil things that I don't even want to say out loud on YouTube, because that's the reality of eating disorders. But anyway, if they say anything to you, you want to be able to argue back. If Melissa says, oh, you shouldn't eat that, or you're looking like, oh, I don't want to say them out loud on YouTube. So you know what I'm getting at. You have to be able to discredit that argument. You have to argue back and forth, and you have to be able to say to that thought in your head, or say it out loud. That's another coping skill that I'll be posting a video about. Say it out loud. Say, I don't really like that you said that. That's really mean. It's not something that I should be valuing. Just discrediting. It's like you've all taken classes on how to tell like a first primary source versus a secondary source, things like that. It's like being able to look at the source of your thought and say, this is not a reliable source. That's what we're doing there. We are taking our ED voices and saying, this is not a reliable source. I don't want to listen to what you have to say. So, distinguishing and discrediting. You have to distinguish what thoughts are coming from you versus what thoughts are coming from your ED, and then you have to discredit them. And that is how you begin doing all of the coping skills that I specifically am going to talk about, because discrediting Melissa for me is, and I'm very sorry if your name is Melissa. I don't know why I chose it. It just stuck out to me. Anyway, discrediting Melissa is what has worked so well for me, and it all feeds back into every coping skill that I'm going to talk about on this channel. So, distinguish, discredit your ED voice, name your ED voice, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and check out my website and leave a comment for me. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what you want to see. And yeah, other than that, progress, not perfection. Let's make some progress today.